This video is an Introduction to Cells Part 1. We're going to look at the connections to our previous module and look at an essential mini-history of cells. Let's look at a quick recap of what we've learned so far. All things, including living things or organisms, are made of atoms. Substances that contain only one type of atom are elements. Substances that contain more than one type of atom bonded together are compounds. Bonds that hold atoms together are formed and/or broken during chemical reactions. Organisms require huge numbers of chemical reactions to be alive. Enzymes speed up chemical reaction rates in living organisms. Without enzymes, life as we know it would not exist. Some of the chemical reactions that enzymes catalyze in organisms either build up or break down biological macromolecules, and organisms are largely made of these relatively large molecules. The four types of biological macromolecules, or biomolecules, are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. So to put this together into one sentence, in living organisms, atoms and elements in compounds undergo chemical reactions with the help of enzymes when they break old bonds and/or form new bonds. And many of the compounds in organisms are relatively large molecules called biological macromolecules, which include carbohydrates, proteins, nucleic acids, and lipids. Our next topic is cells, and cells are made of atoms in the form of elements and compounds. An enormous number of chemical reactions occurs every second in our cells, thanks to the enzymes that speed up or catalyze these reactions. Many of the chemical reactions in our cells either build up biological macromolecules or biomolecules by bonding together smaller compounds, or break down bonds in these large molecules to form smaller compounds. Our cells are all about elements, compounds, and chemical reactions. Cells make more sense once you realize that life started as single cells, known as unicellular, uni means one, organisms. That was about 3.8 billion years ago, and Earth was very different back then. The continents were in different places and had different shapes. There were no plants or other life forms on land, and there was no oxygen in the air. The unicellular organisms evolved as Earth changed, and these organisms even changed the Earth itself. Some of these organisms evolved to chemically react carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H2O, using energy and sunlight to make glucose sugar, C6H12O6. And they also produced the oxygen gas, O2, that gradually built up in our air. Cells can divide in two and make more cells that are almost identical to each other. And any cells that are better than others at surviving and dividing make more cells than others. So cells changed little by little as generations came and went. And over many generations, the descendants of the earliest cells became distinctly different from each other. Some cells had greater success if they lived closely to one another, and some even stayed connected to each other, forming long chains or hollow spheres made of cells. These unicellular organisms could live on their own or together. Some of these colonial cells evolved specialized functions, such as efficient food-gathering structures, and other cells in the colony benefited from the increase of nearby nutrients. Some of these cells became specialized in different ways, such as storing food, protecting the colony, or excreting or getting rid of wastes. These colonies of highly related cells began to depend on each other and could no longer survive on their own as unicellular organisms. They were the first multicellular, Multi means more than one organisms. All this required countless generations and billions of years. Earth continued to change, and organisms continued to evolve new adaptations that increased survival and reproduction. And after billions of years, huge numbers of species or types of organisms have come into existence and gone extinct. The remaining species we are most familiar with belong to related groups such as fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. Humans are a type of mammal made up of about 37 trillion cells, consisting of about 200 different types. We've been around for about 200,000 years, or about 5/1000% of the time since Earth formed. A few hundred years ago, humans made the first microscopes, which enabled them to see the tiny cells that make up all life. Here are a few basic things we've learned about cells since then. Cells are the basic unit of life. All life or organisms are made of cells. And cells only come into existence from other cells.